Here we go again on our own. I don't know if it's our own if there's a group of us, but one way or the other. This is part 14 of I Played a Thing, Revelations Persona, being brought to you by your happy sponsors, the Foxish, and the letters W, T, F, and the number 666. When last we left our plucky band of adventurers, they were standing inside of a relatively swank 1990s office, inside of the cbec Corporation, love that logo, killing things and climbing their way towards the top to find Guido, not Guido, Anchovy, in an effort to stop him from bringing demons into the real world via the Diva machine. Time to get back into action. Oh noes. This is a battle from behind. Alright, that fight didn't go as well as it could have. What we're already beginning to notice, because of Mary's really awesome magic abilities, and the fact that she gets a really insane pair of attack spells, as well as the exceptionally useful Cure spell, later on she gets Cure All, she burns away from the group at a relatively high rate. It's kind of obnoxious. She'll be 5 levels ahead of them, both Persona and personally, pretty quickly. On the other hand, the shotgun shells made a huge difference for Nate. He's like tripled his damage, which is freaking awesome. Orbitolin, Earth Seed. Seeds have a double use. Scorpion Whip, which is useless. Whips are exclusively the terrain of Alana, who did not come with us, so they're not going to be any value. Earth Seeds are either an attack item, you can check them in the items menu, okay, actually, I thought they were attack items. During Fusion, which I haven't been able to show you yet because the service that actually provides it, whoa, you can dash. I had no idea, amazingly enough. That's holding triangle. The Velvet Room is not open yet. It won't be open for a little bit, so I can't fuse personas. So right this second, seeds have no value. Now, you may be wondering, since it looks like this room has successfully ended itself, or floor rather, where we're going from here. Just a second, and I'll tell you. Alright, that's done with. Levels don't necessarily go in a flow. You don't necessarily go up to 2, then up to 3, then up to 4. In this case, 2 is just a stopgap floor to get some items. In order to really get through this section, you'll need to take the elevator to a different floor, come around. Okay, I have to show these guys off for a little bit because they're quite possibly the most annoying enemies down here. These are just guys in black. The problem with the security drones in the cbec Corporation is that they have absolutely no weaknesses. Not many strengths. I mean, they're not strong against much of anything. They're not weak against much of anything either. As a matter of fact, if you check their analyze sheet after you fought them, they literally say, strong against nothing, weak against nothing. Physical attacks aren't horribly effective, bullets don't do a lot of damage, stabbing them with your weapons doesn't work too well, throwing elemental or non-elemental persona spells at them is useful but not extensively. They do slightly above average damage, particularly if they pull out Powder Shot, which is their double-barrel sawed-off. I mean, they're easy enough to kill when you go at them, but they can take a ridiculously long time to deal with. So I'm not going to make y'all sit through all of this. For the record, for those of you playing at home, auto replay is awesome. It's just repeat last turn. And so let's bow out of this while Mary shoots with her bows, and I'll come back when it's over. And they all died. Notice the healthy amounts of experience they were worth. Just lovely. Almost no money though, just kind of bizarre, but they become more and more annoying. There are other versions of them as you climb up the building. You get different attacks, all sorts of different neato things, but the annoying catch is they have spell points, SP, just like you do. So you would think eventually they would lose the ability to use their more lethal abilities on you, but gunshots like that cost no SP to them. They never use their SP, so they never actually run out. They can shoot you all day long, and the ones later who get the explosive shots and the automatic weaponry, will serve very few other purposes but annoying you as they beat you to death. Fair warning. That's why I leveled up, because getting caught in here with the security guards and you're under-leveled is a good way to end up standing around Kelly and the August tree, you know, killing things over and over again. We'll be back. Boy did that go bad. Those little flying girly things have an ability, and it actually shows up in different places. You're looking at my HP, I'm sure, and going, what the hell? Called Buy Strike. Buy Strike basically does maximum HP minus 1 damage to a row. So in other words, it hit Mary, Leo, and Nate. I healed Mary in the fight. But it's basically your entire hit point pool minus 1 damage. So you end up with 1 HP. If anything hits you after that point, well, there you go. Oh, for God's sake. Get off my desk. Welcome to corruption. Corruption moves things around, so that's why they're all so confused. They should still be in the underground bunker where you were, where you started off with the warehouse. Why are they above ground? Because the building's been... For crying out loud, get off my screen. Oh, that's the first trapped package. Okay, I'm happy for you. Get off my screen. Yep. Guido's Deva machine basically corrupts reality. Okay, now let's give one of our other people, I'm going to give actually Mary next Kevlar Fest, just so that, because she stands to get the most crap kicked out of her. She has the least hit points of anyone. Have I picked up an alternate bow? No, not yet. You do get them, don't fret. Oh, and this door, this exit door, it's sealed. So back into the dungeon with ye. My goal today in recording is to try and get through all of the cbec Corporation, defeat the boss on the top floor, and go through the relatively extensive conversation with Guido at the Deva machine, because it's a monstrous plot point. I really want to get to that today, so let's cut this combat. Well, there was much rejoicing in Mudville. Mary has learned the last spell she gets for, or second to last spell she gets for Maria, Freezer, which is basically her old Chiller spell, only substantially more powerful. It hits every enemy on screen at any given point, and it doesn't have the conic effect like Multi-Bow does. The fight in the interim there went really badly. Like, really badly. Here's a rule a lot of people miss. Enemies can absorb or reflect magic back at you. If they reflect, it's cumulative. So if there are 3 enemies on the screen that all can reflect, say, chill magic, and you cast freeze against all 3 of them and it does 60 damage each, the caster takes 180 points of damage. In most cases, that's death. It's usually enough to kill a person. Gunshots are the same way. If you fire 7 bullets at 50 damage each, it's 350 damage against the shooter. That's going to kill most level characters. Okay, we have 2 floors left to go here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this tape off and move up to part 15, just because I don't want to... I want to encapsulate this a little better. So when we come back, we're going to do floors 4 and 5, and I think a sneaky little back passageway down to one of the lower floors to get some extra swag. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes with Revelations Persona, the thing that's being played, part 15. Alright.